Hi, my name is Sama, and I'm a live student of Jeff and Shalia's, and a Twin Flame coach with Twin Flames Universe. Stay tuned, because today I'm going to share with you the secret to Twin Flame Union. So, what's the secret? Well, I'm not going to make you wait until the end of this video to tell you what the secret is. I'm just going to go right out and say it. It's God. The secret to your twin flame union is God. So now that I've said it, we're going to talk about it a little bit. And what does this mean? First of all, let's establish who God is. I heard Shalia refer to God in a very beautiful way the other day, and it's just permanently embedded now in my heart, so thank you, Shalia. She said, God is the love in your union with your twin flame. How beautiful is that? The love in your union is God. Have you ever heard the saying, God is love? Yeah. It's not God's love. God is that love. God is that love in your twin flame union. I want you to just tap in for a moment in your heart space and feel your love for your twin flame. Feel that desire in your heart to be with your twin flame in harmonious union. Can you feel it? Can you feel that love and that desire in your heart? That love is God. And that desire to be with your twin flame is God's desire to be with you. And this love is God. As you heal using the mirror exercise, you are clearing your channel to God. You are clearing your separation with God as you clear the separation with yourself and as you clear the separation with your twin flame. Simultaneously, you're clearing your channel to God. You're clearing your separation to God. You are beginning to see God for who God is, as you see yourself for who you really are, as the divine child of God, as this divine expression of God. Now, when we, if you've done the mirror exercise, which if you haven't, definitely get the book, Twin Flames, Finding Your Ultimate Lover. Get the book, learn the mirror exercise. There's a whole chapter devoted especially to the mirror exercise, and the content is pure gold. So have a read, learn the mirror exercise, and immediately begin applying it to your upsets. Begin healing your upsets. This is the only tool that you need to come into union with your twin flame. This is the only tool you need for your ascension. This is it. When you do it, you will know what I'm talking about, because it will uproot all upsets. All upsets are healable with this. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So when you heal using the mirror exercise, you can feel that sense of peace and relief in your heart where you didn't before. That peace is God. And that expanded state of love that you feel is God. God is all. God is everything. And you know that listening to this. I know you know this. And I also know that some people listening may also be triggered by the word God, by using the word God. And that's okay. You can use any word that makes you feel comfortable, any word that you like you know, the universe, source, the creator, the divine, Lord, I mean, whatever it is that you are accustomed to using, use that. Let's not get caught up on semantics. I personally use the word God. It's easier for me, it's shorter, and I'm used to it. And I also refer to God as He because it's just too difficult to just go He, She every time. But there's no need to get caught up on the semantics. We can just go with what feels good to us. So, you cannot be in a relationship or union with your twin flame until you have union with God, until you can establish a relationship, an authentic relationship with God. There's no way around it. You cannot go around having a relationship with the divine. Because going around having a relationship with God is seeing your twin flame as separate from God. Your twin flame is one with God. You and your twin flame are two divine expressions of this source energy. And you come together in harmonious union. This is God loving Himself. This is God loving herself. This is God coming into harmonious union with Himself, with two expressions of Himself. Can you feel the beauty of that? Can you see God as an individual? God is both personal and impersonal. Yes, God is all that is. God is this omnipresent being, the creator of the entire universe. But God created us. God created humans. God created us to be personal, to be individual, to have individual awareness and consciousness. And therefore, we connect with God as a personal being, as an individual. How can God create individuals and not be individual Himself, not be individuated Himself? Now, this doesn't mean that God is limited in any way, shape or form. But to see God only as an impersonal being is limiting God. Because it's denying that God has created humans, that God has... How can God create something and not be that Himself? It can't be. And so, connecting with God as an overarching consciousness, from the point of view of a personal being, is like connecting to something abstract. Feels like there's nothing to connect to, which is why we're each blessed with this very personal relationship with God at our core. And our twin flame is a reflection of that individuated relationship, of that union within. Our harmonious union with our twin flame is our eternal romance with God. And this is the greatest gift that God has given humans. God comes through our twin flame to love us, to be with us, to share eternity with us. How beautiful is that? Your eternal lover, your eternal companion, your ultimate lover is God, not your twin flame. Don't attach to your twin flame as the ultimate lover. God is the ultimate lover. Your twin flame is an expression of that God. God comes through your twin flame to love you. It's not outside of God. There is nothing outside of God, and this is why your twin flame is not outside of you. Because your twin flame is a reflection and an expression of that God that you have in all its entirety within, at your core. This is where your harmonious union is. This is where everything is, where your heaven on earth is. The kingdom of heaven is within. It is. And so, in order to see God as your ultimate lover, I understand that this brings up many blocks for some people, and it may not for you, which is absolutely fine. But from personal experience, I know that many of us have been accustomed to seeing God as the Divine Father or the Divine Mother, and not as a lover. To see God as a lover for some people may bring up some discomfort. But I want to point out here that you have a relationship with God in every area of your life. It's not limited to God as a father. That may be the way that you primarily choose to perceive God and connect to God. You know, as the Divine Father, the provider of all that you ever need, the protector. And then there's the Divine Mother as the nurturer, the compassion, the gentleness. You know, like Mother Earth, Father Sky. And these are two areas of your relationship with God. There are more. Don't limit yourself to just seeing God in a particular way. Allow this to expand. You have a relationship with God in every single aspect of your life. And this is what harmonious union is releasing the separation in every area of your life with God. Coming into union with God in every area of your life. You have a relationship with God in the area of your finances. Your money is God. God is money. Money is energy, a form of energy. And that energy is love. And that love is God. And so your money is God. The money that you pay, for example, for services, for example, for Twin Flames Universe services, the TFAS subscription, for example, you are loving Jeff and Shilia and their teachings. This money that you give is God that you are giving. This money that you give is love that you are giving. And so you receive that multiplied back to you. Because what happens when you love God? What happens if you give anything to God? You give God an inch, God gives you a mile. I love that saying. I heard it the first time from Jeff and it just stuck with me ever since. Anything that you invest into God, you are investing in yourself, because that's going to come right back to you. So that's another area of your relationship with God, the area of your finances. Another area is your family, your relationships with your family. That's another area of your relationship with God. Another area is your food, the food you consume, how it nourishes your body, your health. Another area of your relationship with God is the beauty you see in the world. Your passions, your hobbies, music. These are all areas of God, where you have a relationship with God. Your twin flame is just one other area of your relationship with God. Your twin flame is just one other aspect of all these relationships that you have with God. You know, when you are, for example, let's take, when you want to eat some food. The food you eat, the water you drink, hydrates you. The food nourishes you, grows your muscles, repairs any damages within the body, helps you grow. This is God loving you. Now you don't go to your, your salad and say, I'm gonna put my card in and withdraw cash right now. You don't go to your food for money. It's ridiculous. It's just and in the same way, you don't go to your bank account and buy food from your bank, right? They're two different areas of your relationship with God. They're completely different on the outside, and yet they're unique and perfect in their own way. And in the same way, the part of you that has the relationship with God as the father or the mother is completely different to your relationship to God as an ultimate lover, where you have an intimate and even sexual relationship with. They don't overlap in the sense that, this God is going to be, the God in my father is going to be engaging in an intimate romantic connection with me. It's not the same. They're different areas of your life where you connect to God. God is all. So allow your perception of God to expand, to encompass all of these areas of your life. And choose to see God as an ultimate lover. Choose to see God as your ultimate lover. And if you can't, ask God to reveal himself or herself to you as your ultimate lover. God wants to love you. God wants to be with you with your twin flame. God wants to be with you in a harmonious union through your twin flame. That desire you have in your heart to be with your twin flame, it's God's desire shared with you. And so more than anything, God wants to love you. But it's the resistance to that love which gives us the experience of not experiencing it, of not being in that reality. It's our resistance to that love. And which is why the mirror exercise is so powerful, because you find these areas of resistance and you heal them. You release the resistance there, you give it to God, you claim the love there, and you grow, you expand into more love. So choose to see God as your ultimate lover. When you look at your twin flame, if your twin flame is doing anything to upset you, don't take it personally. Don't take it as, they don't love me. They don't want to be with me. See it for what it is. See it for the truth that it is showing you. It's God showing you through your twin flame where you are doing that to God and where you are doing that to yourself. If your twin flame is rejecting you, it's only pointing to a part of you that is rejecting yourself, to a part of you that is rejecting God. And so find that and love yourself there, heal it, and move forward on your journey. Your twin flame is not being dangled in front of you and held back by God, waiting for, divine timing. It's about us aligning to God. It's about us clearing the blocks to realizing that we are already perfect and that we are already in union. We are already in harmonious union. To tap into the place where, at our core, we are completely one with God. That's what you're clearing. That's what you're coming to realize. This romance with God. And this is why this is a journey of self-realization, of realizing who you truly are. And so I'm going to try and keep this video short and not too long. So I'm going to give you a little exercise on how you can begin to perceive God as your ultimate lover, and how to develop a beautiful romance and relationship with God. So the first step is intention. It's your choice, your power of choice. Do you choose to see God as your ultimate lover? It takes your choice. After your choice, you can begin to now move towards this desire by beginning to explore within yourself how you desire to be romanced by your ultimate lover. And so grab a paper, grab a pen, and begin talking to God. Ask God to share with you how he or she desires to be romanced. The God within you. How does the God within you desire to be romanced? And the answer is easy, because it's how you desire to be romanced. How you desire to be romanced is how the God in you desires to be romanced. So get clear on that. Write it down. How do you desire to be romanced? Do you like candlelit dinners? Do you like flowers? Do you like to slow dance? How do you desire to be romanced? Deep eye gazes, stargazing, bubble baths, whatever it is. Get as creative as you like. Ask God to reveal to you how the God in you desires to be romanced. And as your list grows longer, you will see that all of these things are things that you have been desiring from your twin flame, in the way that you desire to be romanced by your twin flame. And so begin doing this for yourself. Begin romancing yourself, and knowing that as you are romancing yourself, You are romancing the God within you. And the God within you is romancing you. Feel the fulfillment in that. Feel the passion and the love in that. This is your connection with God. This is your romance with God. And so begin nurturing it. It's always been there. And God is wanting and waiting to romance you right now. God wants to love you. Do you choose to let that love in? So do this. Open your heart to God's love and watch as miracles unfold in your life. For having God as your ultimate lover, can you think of anything more beautiful than that? Only then can your twin flame come and romance you, come and love you the way you desire to be loved. In truth, your twin flame is loving you right now by mirroring to you all the places within your consciousness where you are not loving yourself. But your twin flame cannot come into your life to love you the way you desire to be loved until you give that to yourself first, because they are you. They are one with you and they are one with God, and so they cannot do anything for you that you are not doing for yourself. You cannot receive anything from them that you are not first receiving from yourself and from God. God is your source. God is your source of love. God is your source of happiness. God is your source of peace, of health, of wealth, of well-being. It's God. Depend only on God and let God be your only dream. Keep seeking God as God is seeking you, as God is wanting to be with you. See God as an individual who desires more than anything the love of his children, desires more than anything for his beings, his creations, to love him as much as he loves them. He wants your authentic love. That's the only thing in the entire universe that God doesn't have, is the love of his own children. And so it's never forced upon you to choose this path of love. There's always an invitation. There's always a gentle nudge. It's never forced. You always get to choose. But God is there at your core, knocking on your door, waiting for you to let him in. Release the fear. Let God in. So thank you so much for listening and for watching. I look forward to creating many more videos for you, and if you liked this video, like, share, subscribe, tag your friends, share this video, spread the love, and I'll see you next time.